Make a habit of empathy, to recognize ourselves in each other.
Well, I guess there's not a lot of empathy going on right now. As far as I'm concerned, I have empathy for the guy, but I have to have empathy for Oscar Grant and his family and everybody else, because we have to remember this killing by a police officer was well documented on videotapes. If there wasn't a videotape at it, he would have just walked totally. They would have made up excuses, whatever, because the police basically lie. They're allowed to lie. Well, I have empathy for him because he did something that I'm sure he didn't mean to do. I mean, I'm not saying that 100%, I'm just saying I'm sure he didn't mean to kill a person, okay? But on the other hand, if it had been me and I had done it, I would have been apologizing to the family right away. I wouldn't be worrying about my legal obligations and stuff like that and being protected and all this,
You would have apologized right away.
Yeah, and I would tell my people that want to support me this: look, I got a fair sentence. I deserve to go to jail, and I'm not going to fight it.
I take responsibility.
Right. I mean, a lot of people get into accidents, car accidents, and they kill somebody, and they have a lot of remorse about it and stuff. In those situations, it's not maybe always a legal matter, but in this case, he's supposed to be a trained officer, and he's supposed to, if he's got a gun on him and he's got a taser, he should know it, and it's up to him to know it, and it's up to the department to give him, so.
Well, I'm trying to kind of find out how all this relates to empathy, because I'm kind of wanting to create a culture of empathy, and what can we do to create a culture of empathy?
Well,
and that was obviously, for me, not an empathetic situation.
They need to train police to be negotiators for peace, rather than their first option is to be violent, because that's the way they act. I mean, the police came in there, they were told something that wasn't really happening, and they came into a situation where they had to go into the train and pull these people off, and then they reacted rather than talking to the people, what's the problem and stuff like that.
For more empathy,
right.
Listening to both sides, and trying to
right.
de-escalate the situation.
Right. Immediately, what I understand is that another police officer came on the scene and says, arrest them all. I have empathy for all these police officers that are on the outside here. It's unusual that they're on the outside of a pro and con demonstration, because usually they're in between, but they've come here with the idea that there's going to be trouble. They've been told there's going to be trouble, and so if they get as you can see with their blue uniforms, it's awful hot out there for them too. Standing in 100-degree weather.
See the world through other people's eyes. Empathy is a quality of character that can change the world.